Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Robert Orfino. Big announcement.
Big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Price of Mastermind's going up.
Sure is.
Price is going up.
I had an interesting conversation at after the small apartment
Last week?
class I do, yep.
Okay.
And it's a dude you know. And he's done some things. And I just kind of think he's just kind of living on, that 10 years ago stuff and not maybe doing some lending. I think he's a lender.
Okay.
So, hey, if you got $1 million and you're making,
Lending out 10%.
yeah,
maybe
you're
about
10%. You're fine on that.
Yeah.
And if you got two, that's 200, right? And maybe
Yeah.
in the gaps and all the other fees and stuff like that, you're maybe 150.
Yeah.
That's pretty good if you got a free
bad.
clear $1 million house, right?
Yep.
You can do what you need to do. I get it. So bravo to him, right? And he said to me, hey, I'm thinking about coming and joining the mastermind, but I talked to so-and-so, and I'm getting different quotes on the price. I'm like, have you talked to me, Jason, or Colby?
Have you talked to the guys that run the Mastermind?
No. I'm like, okay, well, go. You can get a call with mrtxre.com. Call with mrtxre. Set it up. And he said, well, is it $12,500 or is it $15,500? I said, no. That's not what it is.
Oh.
And he said, well, what is it? I said, it's $50,000. And he's like, you're the most expensive guy in all of Texas. I'm like,
No, we're not.
I was like, maybe not.
Maybe we're not. But
He's like, well, these other guys are only at 10 grand and this. I'm like, I've already made 15 millionaires.
Yeah, I don't.
I was like, I mean, in 2 years, we've made 15 people about $1 million in assets.
You wouldn't pay me 50 if I made you $1 million?
Right. It's like, hey, and that's one of the lines is like, I know you want to know the price, but let me ask you the question. If I'm going to show you how over in the next 5 years to make $1.5 to $2 million and cash flowing and zero taxes, how much would you pay me for that? And the answer usually is whatever number you're thinking of in your head, it's probably cheaper.
Yeah.
So we don't usually tell the people the price, but I'll tell you right now, it's $50,000 and we can do it over time. That's fine. And we can do some discounts and little things here and there, but it ain't a lot.
No.
And we've asked the people that have completed their real estate journey how much you would have paid, and all of them to the T have said you were too cheap.
Yes.
You were too cheap.
Yep.
And one of the persons said my hesitation was it was too cheap because that person got in and it was 15 grand.
Oh, that's funny.
He thought I thought it wasn't enough, and how could you provide all the services at this number?
Like, well, we don't live on what we make on the Mastermind.
Right. We actually have that is, I think, the big difference. It's like I'm not running a real estate education company.
That's right.
Right? I'm running a real estate company.
Yeah, we're running construction companies,
Yes.
all kinds of stuff, and building these portfolios. And it's like we just do education as a means to not even. I mean, I call it education, but it's really a work group. Like because you're going to get your butt whipped when you get in there. It's like,
Absolutely.
hey, we're buying property. You are not sitting here and learning for 6 months.
So
you're getting to work buying stuff.
We have our 3-day class coming up the weekend before Thanksgiving. We have the 3-day class that will be during the holiday week. And then in January, the price officially goes up to $50,000. Well, actually, $47,500. So we've got 2 more classes for you guys to come to and get acquainted with us and see if there's some sort of rapport and if you like our philosophy of what we do in real estate to make a decision and save some money. But at this point, we have proof of concept, and
It works really well.
it works. Now, you've got to have a few things. We talk about it all the time. You got to have a good FICO score. You got to have a decent job. You got to have money to deploy, right? But even with $150,000, the way we show people, you could roll that money 3 times over the course of 7 years
Easily.
and build out your portfolio. So, yeah, hey guys, guess what? If you want to have $2 million in assets and not pay taxes on it and have financial intelligence, right, and cash flowing every month, then we're going to show you how to do that. But the price has now gone up. It's really that simple. And here's the other big announcement, Jason. For my sanity, we're not going to have more than 100 people in our mastermind.
Yeah, we capped it. We were originally capping it at 250,
Nope.
and then Rob and I are like running all over the place.
We're doing a lot of work for these folks.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't know how we're going to do this for 250 people. And then we were just sitting in the conference room, and me, you, and Colby, and it was like, let's cap it at 100.
Yeah.
We're at 100 now.
80 something.
80
yeah.
something. Okay.
Yep.
We're at almost 100 now, and so our plan is to bring in 2 to maybe 5 folks a month, maybe
Yep.
6. Because after year 3, you kind of know what you're doing. You don't need as much
Yeah.
kind of hand holding
Yep.
and babysitting and all that stuff. So they're usually pretty self-sufficient by year 2, year 3. So, and plus at that point you're a legacy member anyway. So, in any case, yeah, that's price is going up. It works, guys. This is the best. This is. It's funny. He said, let's say, okay, you guys are the most expensive guys in. The
And we're
state.
not.
We're not.
We know
But
we're not,
let's
but that's
let's
fine.
take that. We have a 96% success rate.
Yes.
What's the success rate of everybody else?
Yes.
Who cares if you pay 10 grand and there's only 10% of people are successful? Like, why would you do that? You're just
Right.
throwing your money away. So it's like, it's 96% success rate. So,
So the other thing is, there are some people we're not. Some people are done and they're moving on, and we have our core beliefs. And the other thing is, we're sticking to the core beliefs, and this is how you're going to get your 10 houses, how you're going to get it. Now, I'll tell you a funny story. In a 3-day class this weekend, there was a guy, and I said, "Hey, it takes 3, 5, 7 years, right?"
yeah.
And compared to the people that work 35 years to retire with $1.5 million in their 401k, and I'm showing them how to get $1.5 million in equity in 5 to 7 years, it is quick.
That is fast.
It is get rich fast. However, this guy asked, I want to do it in a year. I said, hey, man, you're in the wrong room. I'm not showing you that. I don't know anyone who's done that, and it's unrealistic.
I mean, technically, our Baytown syndication has made us $1 million in a year.
Yep, absolutely.
But you're not going to realize it year 1, right? We're going to hold it for 3 to 5 years. We'll make a couple $1 million on it. But it's like, is it possible? Sure, but you're not going to realize that gain for another 3 years. You could do 1 deal, 2 deals this year.
Yeah. So I'm not bragging. I'm just, the reality is we'll do a 3-day class. There'll be 30 people there on Friday and Saturday, and 15 will show up on Sunday
Yeah, right.
because they're like, oh, this isn't for me.
Yeah, it's called work.
Yeah.
I need to go somewhere that tells me the fantasy I want to hear.
That's where they're going.
I need to know that I can buy a G7,
Yeah.
a $50 million aircraft. I think they're about $50 million. $50 million aircraft in my first year of real estate investing. Like, right. Okay.
No.
Who do you know who's done that? Zero. It's like, come on, dude.
So we're straight up with the reality. We're telling the folks what it is. It's usually payments are over 3, 4 years. Depends on what we figure out and how you want to do it. But man, we get this thing going. Just last night, we got sitting down, taking orders on real estate. What do you want? This is what we're doing. Hey, one guy said, I want a triplex. I said, where do you want the triplex? He said, well, I'd like it in the Beltway. I'm like, okay, so we're going to look in the Northwest to hit your 1% rule.
Yeah.
Not a lot of places. And he's like, well, so we looked around. And I'll finish the story when we come back from our break. But listen, guys, the mastermind's going up come January 1st. If you're interested in getting in now, I would immediately go to callwithmrtxre.com. Callwithmrtxre.com. Set up a time, get on the phone, and do it. I'll also say this. If you came to us in the last year, whatever price we quoted you in the last year, we will honor before December 1st. So you got a month. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Hang tight. We'll be back.
So what did he say when he was 50 G's? He's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, you're the most expensive in town. I'm like, then go there.
Yeah, go there.
I said, go there. I don't care.
Yeah.
I got 84 people in, 83 people in. I'm like, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, I don't care, dude.
I don't. You go there. He's like, well, yeah, I guess that's what you get. What you pay for. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, how much money do you want? How much real estate do you want?
Yeah.
Right. Well, how long have you been fooling around in these other groups, right?
Yeah, screwing around with these guys,
Right.
pissing away your time.
Let's go. Just get in and let's go.
Yeah. All right, bring us back.
Yep. Guys, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you like, love, subscribe, all that stuff that everyone asks for. I don't really understand why we're doing it, but please go ahead and do it. If you're watching us on Instagram, if you're watching our videos, thank you very much. We're getting massive amounts of views. Thank you all so very, very much.
TikTok. No, TikTok. We're like blowing up on TikTok.
Are we? TikTok, yeah.
Rob's going to start doing
I'm gonna
dances.
start doing this, yeah. I do the Bat Tusi.
Oh, there you go.
For Batman. When he
If we get a
dances with
million
Catwoman.
views, Rob will do the Batusi.
I will do the Batusi. All right. Hey, guys, welcome back. This is Robert and Jason with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. So our big announcement is the price of the mastermind has gone up. However, we've actually added more benefits, Jason.
Ooh, what would those benefits include?
Well, what we found were there were people who were financially qualified.
Yes.
Massively financially qualified. Knew they had to get into real estate, understood that it was a necessity for them to retire well and retire early, but had very little real estate education. And we used to just say, hey, man, go read these books, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to change it up a little bit. We now have Mastermind Mondays.
Oh.
Yes, Mastermind Mondays. So Monday nights, we're going to do a Real Estate 101, and not like, hey, 2 claps, you can make $1 million. Like, drill down. Like, this is why you need to do this, right?
Yeah.
Drill down. Like, all kind of Airbnb, like, really drill into a topic so they are familiar with everything and understand the real numbers in it. The second Monday is passive investing. So not only do you do passive limited partner investing with us, we don't have a lot, but we also do general partners. We bring in general partners, and we've got a couple deals coming up right now where we're looking for general partners, including a land deal, which is very, very sexy.
Yeah.
Then the third Monday is the property hunt.
Ooh,
So we basically order take.
Yeah,
This
what do you
isn't
want?
like the other guys that are pushing junk on you, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what you want. And so this was the story last night. He said, I'm looking for a triplex. I'm like, a 1% roll. I'm like, that's kind of hard to find what you're looking for, right? I was like, but hey, I have an idea. Let me look for something different. So I put in the square footage really, really high. And I found a couple weird-looking layouts, kind of like Green Manor for us.
Okay.
I found another Green Manor on the opposite side of town
Okay.
for $150K.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, I think we can renovate this for like $120. We're all in it, let's say $300 with the carry, and let's just figure out what the market rents are. Well,
Yeah.
it's 14, and 8. It's like, hey, you're better than a 1% rule. Are you willing to do a 3-loan strategy and survive when you're on the construction?
Yeah.
And he was like, yes, I want that, right? So we're creative in what we do because, we understand the loan market, we understand the construction market, we understand the real estate market. We're not relying on vendors to do this stuff. We have a real estate team, we have a loan liaison, we have a construction company, we have a property management company, right? So we're working with folks here in our building to make sure that they're getting the best services possible. Which right there is I think the big difference between us and everyone else.
Yeah.
Like we're not. It's our construction company.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not paying $550 in marketing a month to go, and I have to. Hey, this is the number. This is a fair price. If you want it, great. If not, go see someone else. We're totally okay with it. Our copier.
Oh, copy guy.
So that's a big thing. And then the last Monday is Mind Over Money.
Oh.
That's a little motivational, but it's not a 2-clap deal.
Okay.
It's really going through, hey, it's like a book club.
Okay.
Hey, we got to read this book. We got to understand the details of this book, and let's discuss it. And if we have questions, we'll go through it, right? So I think those 4 classes every month or activities or group sessions are pretty darn good, on top of us having mixers, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
So in November, we're having a holiday decorating one. In December, we're going to go out to dinner. In January, we're just going to kind of hang out. And then we have a bowling night, dart night, like all the stuff that we do as we go through this stuff. So
That's fun.
yeah, because they're all real estate millionaires or trying to be real estate millionaires. So let them talk about their experiences and figure things out together, right? And to that end, it's 100 people maximum that we're bringing in, right?
Can't bring in any more.
So they can leverage other people's money and they can leverage our time.
Yeah.
right? But now, again, if you're going to wait until next year, the price is going up substantially. So it's time to get in now. If you want to just go ahead and make a phone call, it's callwithmrtxre.com. Callwithmrtxre.com. Now, how much time we have left now? 3 minutes. Let's have some fun. Our very first year that we did the mastermind, it was $15,000 over 3 years.
Okay.
And we told everyone it's going up to $50,000. Then the next one was $25,000 over 3 years. We told everyone it's going up to $50,000. Then just this last year, $37,500 over 4 years. Telling everyone it's going up to $50,000. People are like, yeah, it's just a sales ploy. Hello, it's now $50,000. We have 13 spots left out of 100.
My favorite is they'll call Colby and they'll go, oh, yeah, but you'll give me the price from last week. No, that's not how this, no.
Nope. No, we're going to be congruent with what we say. We're going to do what we say.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
Yeah,
that.
so, I don't know, 16 spots left. Get in before it goes up another 10 grand.
You know, do you call Ford and go, hey, that F-150 went up $5,000? So I want the last price.
Yeah, I want the
They're
last
like,
price. No, that's not how it works, right?
no.
Because here's the deal. There's going to be 13, 14 people that we're going to create millionaires from, right? We're going to do the financial education. We're going to show them how to do this stuff. We hook them up with the right accountants, with the right insurance companies. I mean, just the stuff that makes sense. And we can give them an honest opinion, not based on them paying a vendor fee, but because we're actually using them ourselves. Like, who's your accountant? Here's my accountant. It's Robert Hall & Associates in Glendale, California. Ask for Anthony. If you can't get Anthony, ask for his brother. Right? Oh, they're not a sponsor. They don't pay us a penny. I think if we ever hook up with those guys, we'll get a meal here and there.
Oh, we're getting happy hour. I'm
a little
getting
happy hour, but we're not getting paid by those guys, right? And that's not how it works. It's like, hey, who's your insurance company? This is the best insurance company we have found. Go to them. Okay, great. This guy over here was good on this, this, and this. This guy over here is good on this, this, and this. How do we know? Well, we have $50 million in real estate. Of course, we're using them every single day. That's what you're getting. You're being around a team that is actually doing it, not teaching it. And that's the critical thing, and I think that's the differential between us, is, we're not chasing vendor dollars. We are most of the vendors. And then even the ones that we recommend, we're not making any money from. We just want you to be successful. We want you to buy 10 houses, sell 4 to pay off 6. And hopefully those 6 are multifamilies, so you have a minimum of 10 doors. And in that scenario, you should have $1.5 million in equity and produce $10,000 to $12,000 a month in cash flow. And because of depreciation, and because you're a full-time real estate professional now, or you or your spouse is, you're going to get the full amount of losses and depreciation, which is going to take you to a 0 tax cost every year. That's the goal. That's where we want you to be. Triple returns. In fact, if you do it right at the end of the 5 or 7 year journey, it's infinite returns with no debt. Let me repeat that. You'll have an infinite return structure. Let's just call it 700%. You leave a little bit money in, but it's pretty much debt-free. Now, we'll get all kinds of experts. Oh, you got to leverage. Like, you can. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But let me get $2 million free and clear first, making $10,000 or $15,000 a month cash flow, and then I'll go out and restart and go after different things and re-leverage it. This is Robert Jason with world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate. Go to call with MRTXREI. Hang tight, guys. We'll be back. Yep.
This is pissing me off to no end.
What are you looking at?
My auto insurance keeps getting canceled. I don't know what the deal
Oops.
is. I have been up their ass for 6 months now. I'm like,
You talking about all the classic cars?
yeah, it just all of a sudden, like, it doesn't take the payment and then it just cancels it. And I'm like, this is getting ridiculous.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Robert Jason with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Thanks for coming in and joining us. If you're on the radio tonight, thank you very much. If you're on our podcast, it's kind of creepy. I'm in your ear. And if you're watching us on our platforms live, thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you are getting a triple-digit returns on your real estate, I need you to comment, heck yeah. Whether that's on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, heck yeah. That means you've gotten it, you figured it out, you've got the financial intelligence, start making triple-digit returns. And if you do it right, the returns are infinite. And I'm talking about $150,000 a year of income that is basically an infinite return. There's no money out of pocket. That's what we're working for. That's why it takes 5 or 7 years. And that's why it's not get rich quick. You've got to put the time in. You've got to have the resources. You've got to get it done. Period. If you're not getting triple-digit returns on your investment product, you're investing in the wrong thing. All right. We have our 3-day event every weekend, so make sure you're going to go to MRTXREI, and it is a very comprehensive. I mean, I think we used to do it for $1,000, and we dropped it down, and we do a discount on it, but it is a very, very good value. No one has complained about the 3-day.
Oh, yeah.
Now, people have left and not come back because they realize, oh, crap, I'm not prepared for this.
Right, yeah. Oh, I got to do a little work here.
Or, oh, my, this is real.
That's true. Now, it's that being smacked with reality. It's like, oh, wait, I can't do this in 10 minutes with no money. Like, no, dude, that's not how it works.
As the British call it, gobsmacked, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, wait a second.
This is how it works? Yes, this is how it works, right? I've told someone the story. We've made people cry in these things.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not proud of that, but I'm like, oh, what's the matter? It's like, well, the other guy told me, and then I didn't do anything, and then I couldn't get it, and they wanted me to spend another $25,000 with them, and then I'm realizing what you're telling me, and I can't believe I quit my nursing job, and oh my God, look where I am.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I have compassion for you, but holy cow.
Nobody told you the truth.
Yeah.
Isn't it great now that you know the truth?
No, they don't. At least they had hope when they on the
That's
false
true.
reality, right?
That's true.
We've crushed that.
Yeah.
We are the Pandora's box of real estate, right?
Oh, that's true.
Just open us, come to our classes. Hey, let me tell you, wholesaling doesn't work. Hey, flipping, you're going to lose, 3 times out of 10. And only 25% of the people that flip actually make it. Only 1% of wholesalers ever go on to more than 1 year.
Yep.
Most of them are done in 5. And most of the people, the landlords that fail, are getting stuck on cash flow and not realizing how much money they're actually making.
Yeah, cash flow it's funny, you fixate on this one thing, which I always ask investors. I'm like, well, you invested in the stock market? Yeah. Do you care how much any of these things cash flow? Because I guarantee you don't.
Right.
It's all appreciation.
Right.
I said, real estate's the same way.
Well, we've been here for 4 years now, going into our 5th year. We're doing it. Ups and downs, COVID freezes, all kinds of crazy stuff. And we have seen every possible scheme brought to us over 5 years. It started with Bitcoin.
That's right.
Everyone was Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Said, no, thank you. Then it was, my God, people came to you specifically and me and Catherine, like, what do you know about currency trading? We're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I heard you can. It's like, and then I did my research, Jason. Then during the COVID, I don't know if it was a weekend, I went down that rabbit hole. I'm like, why are everyone talking about day trading?
Yeah.
I thought that was over. This is insanely dangerous and getting and leveraging on their stock accounts, right? And then I went and I found one of the guys that we know, right? Man, I made $2 million this month. I'm like, whoo, that's a big capital gains.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, are you trading in an LLC? Or how are you doing this, right? And then I found that basically there were gurus out there selling this nonsense. And where are they today?
All those guys disappeared.
What happened to them?
You would think with the market being down 30%, with crypto being down 60%, that these gurus would say, all right, guys, this is the time. We're going to buy. We're going to go.
Right?
We're going to go. But they got so shellacked in the last 6 months. Like they can't rear their ugly heads out without being just a... Because here's the problem. Should you invest in it? Sure. When do you get out?
Right.
Oh, no, we just lost 60%. Well, are we now going to hodler our way? I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
That's the worst thing, right? It's just like, hey, do we think there has been a systemic change in the cryptocurrency world?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
We believe it has. You're not looking at the data.
Yeah.
Is there big issues in real estate today? Yes. But we're talking to sellers that are still living 6 months ago.
Yep.
And their agents were like, you don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So people will hang on to that desperation that, it's definitely coming back, or, hey, my neighbor sold for $2 million, so my property must be worth $2 million. Yeah. And it's like, hey, there's a reality that happens every day. Mm-hmm. And you come to that 3-day class, mrtxrei.com, we're going to tell you the reality of real estate. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry if we make you cry. Someone said, like, how many people may have cried? I was like, more than a dozen over the last few years. Yeah. I feel so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm really
You're
sorry.
living in a fantasy land.
Yeah.
But there is a real pathway. There's a real way that this works. It's kind of like there's this guru out there, and he teaches this thing like 85 ways to buy a house. I'm like, dude, there's one way to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. There's one way to buy a house.
There's 4 ways to finance it. I get it. Yeah.
You're right. But it's not that complicated. It's really not.
They have to make it complicated.
That's right.
Yeah, they have to.
Then you got to come to me because I've got all 85 ways to do this. And you're like, dude, there's one way to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah. Come on.
It's sad. And then the understanding that, it's like, well, show me all 85 examples that you've done.
Yeah, you do all those every day, or
how's that going for you?
Yeah, show me all those. I mean, you use one a year, right? That means you close 85 a year.
You want to see the apartment I'm flipping? Come on, let's jump in a Jeep. I'll show you 5 of them right now.
That's right.
Right? Oh, you want to see the houses that we're putting in an appreciation portfolio that's already up $1.8 million? Yeah, jump in the car. We'll drive down to Richmond.
Oh, you're doing that tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm going down to, a couple places. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So taking our mastermind folks around.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys this. Has your guru put you in their car to go look at the portfolio and drive around? I'm willing to bet probably not.
Travis tells a great story of him he was doing ground up construction, right?
Yeah.
And he had these 3 houses. And he went down there on a Saturday morning, and there was a bus in front of his properties.
Are you serious?
And he's like,
what is this nonsense?
What's going on? And there was a guru.
Really?
Who ran up to him, oh, man, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I got these investors, and I'm da. So this guy was pretending like this was his deal.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
That's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, because, the guys are working on the house on a Saturday. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
But you're the owner, and you're like, who are y'all? Like, what's
what are you
going on
guys
here?
doing here? Right?
Dang, that's like the biggest fraud ever. Is the guy still in business?
I'll tell you later.
Tell me later? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That's funny. Anyway, you come to our room, we'll sit down, and we'll tell you the truth as we know it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you could be clever. You could figure a few other things out, but, man, let's just get going. Hey, this is Robert and Jason, world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Mastermind that we're talking about. If you're ready to join, you want to save yourselves $10,000, $12,000, go ahead and hit us up at callwithmrtxre.com. Callwithmrtxre.com. Set yourself up an appointment. We'll go talk you through the whole process. Hey, thanks. We'll be back. Bring lunch? Or do you need to go to lunch? Yeah. Yeah, I can bring lunch. All right. Whenever you're ready. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Robert and Jason with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate, the Texas Real Estate Radio Network, and the Texas Real Estate Mastermind.
Whoa.
The Mastermind. And we don't really talk about it enough. But here's the deal. We're helping 100 people get financial education, become financially intelligent so they can make the right decisions. And we do this with a program called the 10 House Program. Mm-hmm. We want you to buy 10 houses, some of them multifamily, wait, sell 4 to hopefully pay the other 6 off free and clear. Mm-hmm. That case, that asset class should be $1 million plus in assets, called $1.5 million, and it should be throwing off about $12,000 a month in cash flow. And because we have depreciation and because you're a full-time real estate professional, or you or your spouse is, you'll be able to pay 0 taxes on that, and it will be able to show you massive triple-digit returns on your investment. Mm-hmm. And we'll be with you until you get there.
That's it. That's the pro. Now, some of you already have a bunch of doors, and you guys are welcome to join. We've got a bunch of really successful folks in there. But for those that are just starting out, it literally is 10 houses. If you want, we can do 5 Airbnbs too.
Yep. I
always like the strategy I like what we do with a couple of folks in 10 single family, 5 Airbnbs, and then let's get you involved in a syndication.
Yeah.
Some sort of apartment deal or commercial real estate deal.
Mm-hmm. And we got the land thing coming up. Yep.
Do that in 3 years, and you're going to be sitting pretty.
All right.
Now, some of you are going to be able to do that faster. Some of you are going to do a little bit slower. Yeah. But that's really the program that we're running.
And it's really a group effort, right? So we're meeting 5-6 times a month, and it's just for us. There's no outside vendors. If we bring in speakers, it's because we highly respect them, and it's something we need to get through. And we're just going out and finding properties. We take orders. Basically, we're order takers when it comes to real estate. We have an EXP team. Got a bunch of people on there. Like, okay, hey, you know this area. We're looking for this. Let's go. And they go and do it. So that's the deal that we're running these days.
Yep.
And it's going up $10,000.
It's going, so
we said to people from the very beginning, well, we're ready to start rolling and slowing this thing down. It's going to be $50,000 a year, $50,000 for the cost, and we'll spread that over a few years. And so we have, I think, 84 positions left. We have 16 spots left. I'm sure we're going to get 5 or 6 in this next round, and then the week between the holidays is a really big week for us. So I'm guessing we'll hit our 100 mark in January, and hopefully you guys will all get in at the discounted rate, because after January, whatever handful of spots are left, it's going to be $50,000 over a number of years. Mm-hmm. That's it. Not afraid to tell you the price. You don't need to secretly go in the back of the room with a blue suit or any of that stuff. This is what it is. If you don't want to spend $50,000 to make $1.5 million, then I get it. I'm perfectly okay with that. But we're not for you. Keep struggling and believe in all the nonsense.
It's pretty simple,
right?
I mean, would you pay 50 G's over a couple of years to make over $1 million? And we've got proofs in the pudding.
Yeah.
We now capped the mastermind at 100. We've only got 13 spots left.
Yep.
So that's it. That's the reality, guys. Yeah. If you're interested in joining, they can go to
callwithmrtxre.com. We're going to run this all the way up to January, so this will be our Friday event. This will be our Friday deal. If you want to check out the 3-day class, go to mrtxrei.com. It's usually the 3rd weekend of the month, and during the holidays, we'll do between Christmas and January 1st, we're going to do it on a Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday. So make sure you check that out. All right, well.
That's a show, folks. I don't know what else
I don't know what else to tell you, right? It's like, I get it, and there's a lot of C's, a lot of conservative folks. We got to sit down and go through it, and you'll see the team. You'll meet our folks. Be in our building. I mean, this is our building. You're going to be here to see our offices. You can see all the people that work for us and actually do things and realize we're a real estate company and not an education company.
That's right. That's right.
Big difference.
So real estate, this is it. If you are serious about doing something, then you need to come see us. Yeah. If you're wanting to lollygag around and I'm not sure and I need to learn and think for months, we're not for you. Yep. Go to all the other real estate clubs in town.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch on this radio station. I mean, go join their groups, go to their little
check it out. Yeah.
Go check all, and then when you're ready, you can come on over here.
Yeah.
This is a group of doers. You know what? You really don't learn until you do.
Yeah. And that was Oh, that was my other comment. He said, that going back to that first segment when the gentleman said, wow, you're the most expensive in town. I'm like, yeah, well, I've got 7 from that group, and I got 3 from that group.
Oh, that's funny. He was talking about the other clubs in town. You're like,
I have 7 from that group and 3 from that group.
That's pretty funny. Like, yeah, we got all the guys from these other clubs that just didn't work.
I got this guy. I got this backpack group. I got this bus tour group. Yep, they're all in our room.
Yep.
Yeah, and they don't go anywhere else now. Right? Because, now we're actually doing it. Yeah, well, you just basically joined a real estate investment company.
Yeah.
Not an education company.
That's right.
And that's a big difference, right? And I get it. You want the education? That's fine. We'll do the Monday Mastermind Mondays. We got lots of videos. We'll get you up to speed. We'll tell you what real books to read.
Yep.
Right? Not my bought Utah coaching company book.
The white label.
On the white label.
Most you guys may not know this, but most of the real estate education out there is white labeled out of a handful of companies out of Utah.
Yep.
Like they just. My understanding is Trump University was like that, right?
Yeah.
It just has his name and his face on the front. You open it up, and it's the same as all these other traveling real estate road shows.
Yeah.
Which, if there's one thing I like that COVID killed, it's some of that.
Yeah.
COVID killed a lot of that.
Bro, why didn't they all go out and get lease options?
Oh, that's weird.
Why, there's so many of those guys teaching that, right? That's the free way to get real estate. Why didn't they build out a massive portfolio during that?
It's also weird, Rob.
Huh.
If you were so successful at real estate, why did your real estate education company disappear
what
during
happened?
COVID? What happened?
Wait, what happened?
Well, that's weird. Huh. I thought you guys were all independently wealthy and, we're teaching to give back. Oh, now you're not teaching anymore because you're broke.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
Interesting. Right. That's the problem. That's the only dig that I don't like is I get lumped in with those guys.
That's fine.
It's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. But I understand that what really happened. I know you got drained because you thought you were going to be able to sell online and realized you couldn't do that. And you got wiped out trying to push everything online. That didn't work out. And then you just couldn't wait to get in front of a room full of desperate people so you could sell your $1,000 product, right?
That's right.
Anyway, please, I'm not that guy. Call with mrtxre.com. We're going to start bringing back the bus tours too, but we're going to do it on for all the projects that we're currently flipping and rehabbing and holding.
Take them to all our projects.
Yeah, we should start going on that. We might do that as a Friday morning of the class. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Friday morning bus tours. Like we tell them it's a 3-day thing, right? You guys come out to the Friday morning, and our current mastermind's certainly welcome to come. Any of the guys that are in the mastermind, certainly welcome to come, right? So Friday morning bus tour, and then we do the Friday night deal with the folks, and then
we do ride-alongs with us, right?
Yeah.
For our mastermind folks, it's like, hey, I got to go hit 5 Airbnbs tomorrow and 3 construction sites. I'm leaving the office at 10 o'clock. If you're in the parking lot, jump in my Jeep. I've got room for 2. Get text. I'm in. I'm like, okay, you're in. No problem. This is the type of personal, one-on-one, hand-holding stuff that we do so that you can become financially intelligent and make some smart decisions with your money and get your $1 million in assets. Hey, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Go to callwithmrtxre.com. Call with MR is in Mr. TX is in Texas. RE is in realestate.com. Sign up for your hour phone call with us. Let's just go through it, see if it's going to be a good fit, and get you going before the price goes up. We appreciate everyone. Thank you very much. Have a great, great rest of your night. I'm actually got my food delivered. Sorry.